I'm Heidi Thompson, your legacy lifeguard with Lifeguarding Legacies. I'm an estate planning attorney, and right now I'm doing a series of videos on the common questions I get asked as an estate planning attorney. The question I'm answering now is, who needs an estate plan? So you might think that it's just the silver-haired individuals embarking on retirement, that it's something you can put off to way down the road. You know that everyone's going to need a will or a trust, but you may not think that that applies to you. And I'm here to say that there is an appropriate estate plan for every single phase of life, and it's important as early as 18. Let me tell you why. So let's say you're an 18 to 26-year-old still living at home with mom and dad. So mom and dad are still responsible for a lot of your bills. You're still on their insurance. But if you were to get in a car accident and end up in an ambulance at the hospital and your parents went to talk to the doctor on your behalf, legally, the doctor is not even supposed to speak with them under HIPAA laws. Because once you're an 18-year-old independent adult, you have to fill out a HIPAA waiver form to allow the doctor to speak to your parents. Even more so, they can't make those critical medical decisions or financial decisions on your behalf unless you have power of attorney paperwork for your parents to do that for you, which means in a situation like that, your parents would be forced to go to court to get guardianship to act on your behalf as your power of attorney. And those are moments that we really shouldn't leave to chance while they're fighting an expensive court battle, when it's so inexpensive and affordable to get documents in place that give your parents a voice. So parents, if you've got an 18 to 26-year-old, drag your kid here or to an estate planning attorney to take care of those very important documents. I call that my getting ready for college pack, but it's really any young adult needs that in place. The next group that becomes really important for are young adults that are cohabiting or engaged and are not getting married immediately. During that stage of life, the person that they're planning to spend their life with, or the person they're wrapping their life up with as a cohabiting partner, has no legal voice. So in order to give that legal voice to their partners, they need that same documentation, the power of attorney and the HIPAA waiver forms, both for medical and health, all in place for the partners to have a voice. At that point, they may even have assets that make it worthwhile to start having their first will in place. And that needs to be modified a few other times in life. The next time that really becomes critical is when you have your first child or have minor children at home. You have that responsibility for guardianship and picking the next person who might raise that child. And really, that's where a will serves your best interest, as guardianship is its most important task. A will also will allow you to distribute assets and take care of a few other matters. So the next group of people is that next baby that happens, and that's the grandparenting phase. When you reach grandparenting, usually by then you've got a fair number of assets that you need to take care of, that you need to figure out how you're going to distribute those. You usually have a different plan and strategy for how you'd like to pass wealth on to the next generation, and even beyond that. You may want to help your grandkids with their education or set up life insurance or do any of those kinds of wonderful things. And estate planning is a great way to put those pieces in place. For business owners, they need to think about their family wills and family trusts and how those attach to their business plans. For homeowners, you may already have your home as an asset that needs to be considered as part of an estate, so a will or trust, and then the appropriate deeds to go with that. And then if you're single, again, either because you're divorced or widowed, that's another key time in life to revisit your estate plan. Once you have an estate plan in place, you really just need to look through it every 3 to 5 years to make sure that it's still working for you. Unless you enter one of those life change periods when it's just time to get it redone. So I hope that answers the question about who needs an estate plan. Again, young adults 18 plus, cohabiting and engaged couples, parents, grandparents, business owners, and those who become single again. and then every 3 to 5 years just to make sure that you've got everything tackled. This is Heidi Thompson, your legacy lifeguard with Lifeguarding Legacies. I can be reached on 602 529